You see us?
No, I haven't gotten the notification. Oh, it's in there.
Okay. Okay. Let's do this so I can see the chat. Can you hear us? See the
Yep.
chat.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it playing in multiple places for me? Trying to think. Nah, we good. We good. We good?
Yep.
All right, another episode of Conversation After Dark. Tay, what's up with you?
Everything's good with me. What's going on with you?
It's all good. It's all good. Tell people where they can find us.
You can find us at Conversates After Dark everywhere. And if you would like to be a guest on the show or you have a topic you want us to cover, you can reach us at cvadthepodcast@gmail.com.
That's right. Hit us up. Go to our website, www.conversationafterdark.com. Listen to our past episodes and make sure you tell a friend about the show. So, Tay, let's do the icebreaker.
Okay. I'm going to go with who's the biggest pervert?
Yep, that's me.
Out of the two of us, you might be right. So I'm joking. Have you ever been skinny dipping?
Yeah, for sure. I think I talked about this before. I'm a naturist. So I went to an event and the group that I was with, they do a real good job of prepping people on how to basically get your feet wet when you're being nude around strangers. So and there's different advice that they have for women versus men. And for the women, it's kind of like, okay, go topless first. And then, you can gradually work to just being full on nude. And for the guys, it's just like, hey, yo, just take it off. But if you're still somewhat nervous about being nude in front of strangers, it's like just go ahead and let it all hang out and then just jump in the pool. So, my first event, I did just that. I walked out, I had my towel and I had nothing else on. And then, just went right to the pool. It ended up being like a good kind of icebreaker because like most everybody just got into the pool, everybody was naked, but you're in the water. So, you kind of just get a chance to talk to people and kind of get to know everybody. And then for the rest of the weekend, it was just nude from there then on out. So yeah, definitely been skinny dipping.
Okay.
I don't know if that counts though. I don't know if that counts because that was like a nude event, but technically I was skinny dipping, but I didn't purify myself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka, sneaking or anything like that. But yeah, I had water naked.
Okay. Yes, I have been skinny dipping. I was at a pool party and we were playing some kind of game. I don't know if it was Truth or Dare or something else, but I know that was something that I had to do was I think that was like a consequence. So I don't think it was Truth or Dare. I think it was like if you did something wrong, you had to jump in the pool naked. And so yeah.
Did you jump like just like took everything off and jumped in, or did you walk into the pool?
No, I jumped in.
So you said hair be damn, black women in the hair, you know what I'm saying? You gotta
I mean, I kind of got that wet and wavy stuff going on. So
but can you swim?
no. Well, I can do a little, not enough to save my life. Put it that way, not enough to save my life. But it wasn't. I mean, this was somebody's backyard, so it wasn't like I wasn't. I mean, true. I know, but I'm smart enough not to jump in 8 feet, even though I have in my life, but I didn't at that point.
Black people get on my nerves with that. Why are you going on vacation where there's nothing but water and you like jumping in the water? Like, I know you can't swim because I've been around water with you, so I knew the answer to that. That's why I was like, "Can you swim?" But at least you were around us, you're around people who like, okay, who can swim, who can't, so we know who to watch, so we could be safe. And I don't know, I don't want to be a drag on the show, but I just seen too many situations where people buy water and nobody knew how to swim, and then somebody was in the water that needed help, and I don't know. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but
No, I get it. I love the water. I've always loved the water. My mother did put me in swim lessons when I was a kid because I did almost following behind this little white girl. I did almost drown. So she put me in swim lessons, but I didn't keep it up enough after the lessons to, to do anything. So like I
can
said, I
you,
can do a little bit, but not for long, and definitely not to save my life if I needed to.
you really don't need to be able to swim, you need to be able to float.
Hmm.
If
I mean,
you
I
can,
can do that.
if you can float, keep your head above water, then you can live. So
Okay.
that's the main thing. And I just I have people that do adult swim lessons, so it's never too late. But I got a homeboy. He's like, yeah. When I go to the Caribbean, I go scuba diving. I go no, not scuba diving. I go snorkeling. I'm like, fuck you mean you go snorkeling, man? You can't swim. And he's like, nah, but something about salt water. I can swim in salt water. I'm like, boy, you use a whole damn fool.
I've been snorkeling before too. I believe I had on a life jacket though, I think. Because it's snorkeling, your head is just underwater. So yeah, so life vest. Yeah, I had a life vest. That was good.
Y'all not gonna for me, man. Y'all not gonna and that's my thing. Like, there's certain things I don't do because I know I have either a fear, or I know that I can't do it. Like, I'm scared of dogs. So
Hmm.
I don't go around people who got dogs. Shit. Like, you got dog at your house? Yeah, we got this, but we'll put them up. No, I'm not coming over. I'm just not gonna do it. And I know too many black people who like, oh, we're gonna go tubing down the river. I got a homegirl, she goes tubing down the river. She was like, yeah, I almost died this weekend. What happened? Oh, well, it got a little rocky, then I fell off, but thankfully, somebody saw me and they came and I'm just like, okay, off my soapbox, off my soapbox. I,
Yeah.
I I tend to do that. I tend to tell people what to do, like what to wear. Like, I be getting a lot of grief taken. I be telling women not to wear wedge heels. Like, I've been on a campaign for the last several years, um, telling women, mind you, I'm not a man that believes in telling women what to do. So before y'all even go there, don't go there. And I also tell men, like, open toe sandals, that ain't for us, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's a feminine style. You don't need to be wearing open toe sandals unless you're in two places, in a public restroom, like public shower, or the
Mhm.
beach. Other than that, you need to have some sneakers on or have some closed toe sandals. And men hate when I say it, right? But at least when I talk about wedges, women take it like with a grain of salt and it's fun. Like, men get real mad when you talk about, the open toe sandals, because like especially when I say it's a feminine style, because I guess they think I'm questioning their masculinity. But
Mhm.
like, it is a I almost said I was almost got myself in trouble. But it is a feminine style, especially like when you see a dude and he's walking and the back of that flip flop is flapping on his heel like a little girl. I'll be like, bro, come on, God. Come on.
What
You,
about slides? Is that the same thing? Or is
and
that
you
what?
wear slides, you need to have on some socks. Your toes should not be exposed at all.
Yeah.
Because, like, my son's an athlete, and so they wear slides, but you got on your socks. If you just got on some slides and your toes are exposed as a dude, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, nah, man. We don't do that. We don't do that, fellas. But like, wedge heels, I abhor wedge heels. Like, people are like, well, what about these? I get all these. I'm like, what about these? Are these cute? No. They're there's no such thing as a cute wedge. So I'm gonna ask you this thing.
Hmm.
Have you ever been in a situation where you was with somebody and you didn't like how they dress? Like, say it was like a certain part of their style that just really you just like, that don't look good. I hate that. Have you ever been in a situation like that? And then how did you handle it?
I did. So I always said there was only one guy that I was ever even close to. walking down the aisle with. On our first date, I hated the way he dressed. We were in our 20s, and I was like, this dude dresses like he's 60 years old. Like I hated it.
How did he dress?
He had on like so now as a woman, I can go into Walmart and I can pick out some pieces that might be cute. But back in the day, Walmart was not the place to go for fashion. And his whole outfit looked like it came from Walmart. Like he was dressed where I guess he thought he was looking good for a date. I mean, he had on a polo type shirt, and some slacks. But like I said, I could tell that they were cheap. And I mean, he had on some regular like flats, but they just
You can like Walmart got cute clothes now?
that's why I said for women. I don't know about for men, but as a woman, I can and have gone into Walmart and been able to pick out cute tops, cute jeans now. But back in the day, I couldn't even do that back in the day.
That's because like motherfuckers don't like dudes don't really give a shit. As long as you got titties and ass, you know what I'm saying? Like, and y'all can accessorize. So you could put on some cute earrings, like a necklace or whatever, some smell goods, and it'll overcompensate for that. Now there may be some women who'll be able to say, man, she got them cheap ass clothes or whatever. But like for dudes, that shit don't matter. In my personal opinion, it don't matter.
I'm telling you.
Only
Now
thing matters.
you can go into Walmart and pick out cute clothes and people will not know.
I'm saying,
I'm
okay,
telling you.
I'm not disagreeing with that, but I'm saying like
Mhm.
before that was a possibility, I don't really think dudes cared. Like the only thing I cared about is like maybe like your panties. Like if your panties look like them strawberry shortcake panties, like if your panties look like they come in those little rolls, like those roll of six panties, you know
So
what I'm saying? That
yeah,
cotton blend, then
yeah.
I got a problem with that, man. That your coochie probably kind of a little funky if you wear them cotton blend panties, you know.
Oh gosh. Um, but no, back in the day, back then, that was 2000, 2001, somewhere around there. Walmart didn't have cute clothes at all for anybody, men or women. Matter of fact, I remember he pissed me off one Christmas because my favorite item of clothing is denim. I love jeans. He called himself getting tired of me wearing jeans all the time. So he decided, oh, blue jeans. It was because I like to wear blue jeans. So he decided he was gonna buy me multicolored jeans. When I could tell that they all came from Walmart because back in the day, Walmart had like these pastel colored jeans that looked ashy. I, that was the last time I
What
let
year
him.
was this? What year was this?
This was like 2001 or two by this time.
Because around 2000, 2001 or two, colored jeans were out of style, period, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they were ashy looking. So, so that was the last Christmas that I didn't tell him what I wanted. After that, it was like, no, I'm going to tell you what I want. This is what I want. Yeah, this is what I want.
I remember when I worked at Walmart in college, and I was kind of like big shit at the Walmart because it was like me and my homeboy, we were the college dudes that worked at Walmart, and we weren't taking it serious. We hollering at chicks come through our aisle and everything. So like the little managers used to flirt with us. So just one little black girl, like something about some black women when they like you, they get mean. Like they mean to you when they like you. And I don't
Mhm.
understand why, because that shit do not, I'm sensitive. Don't be mean to me. That's turn me all the way off. But I guess this girl called herself flirting with me. So she was just like, damn, big dude, like you can't buy nothing and you can't buy no clothes in Walmart. And I'm like,
Oh,
yeah, she said that. I said, I wouldn't buy none of this poor motherfucker anyway. I just work here. and I guess she realized she offended me, and I was just like as if, what I'm saying, I ain't Mr. GQ, but I definitely ain't buying no damn Walmart clothes. Shit.
right, right.
Now I will tell you who got some decent clothes now, Target.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Now, because there
Target
was
got
a
the big and
time.
tall too. Target got the big and tall too.
Right.
For a decent price. Cause one thing about being big and tall, man, like shit, clothes are expensive.
Mm-hmm.
There's just one dude, he's one of my frat brothers. You know, they got like those get ready with me channels on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big dude, and he was like, "Yo, I got this haul from Target," and I was like, "Damn, you got that from Target?" So you can kind of, put some pieces together, whatever. That was kind of questionable. I said put some pieces together. Like some things dudes shouldn't do. Like I saw this dude talk about for my top, I'm gonna wear this, and for my bottom, I'm gonna wear this. And I'm like, bro, like
There's nothing wrong with that. That's being able to put an outfit together. That's what you do every day anyway. You just don't call it that, but that's what it is.
you don't. I don't want to get in trouble.
That's what it is. You just don't call it that. But
Men,
that's
men like me and others like me do not say, I'm gonna got this bottom and I'm gonna put this top with it. No. He's like, hey man, I'm gonna ride these pants and I'm gonna ride this shirt, or I'm gonna ride these pants with a hoodie. You do not say, I'm gonna ride this top with this bottom. No. Tay, you know that. And you know, based on what you just said about dude shopping at Walmart, if you was with dude and he said, hey, does this top go with this bottom? You would be like,
no, that wouldn't raise any, which is why I said that's what you do anyway. That wouldn't raise any eyebrows with me. That phrasing. That's
no,
not something that would raise an eyebrow.
nah, nah. But anyway.
But anyway, so that was our first date.
Like
And
my boy Dennis said, men can't say I got an outfit.
oh my gosh. But so yeah, like I said, that was our first date, and I was actually not going to go out with him again based off of that I hated the way he dressed. But I talked to a friend of mine, and she was like, "You should give him another chance. That's, maybe you can help him change clothes." I'm not that girl. I'm not the girl that's going to help her man pick out clothes. That is not me. No, that does not sound like
Why,
fun to me.
is it because that's just not your ministry, or you don't feel like fighting that fight?
Both.
Because
It's not a ministry, and because I'm not a fashion girly like that. I like to put things together and look good, but I'm not like into all the fashions and what's in and what's out. That's not me. And I don't want to have to go through that. So you have to come prepared.
is it a problem that I want my next gal to be able to dress me?
If that's what she likes to do, then that's not a problem.
I don't want to like some old like let me get you together or whatever, but like I'm not the most fashionable dude, whatever, but like I learned a long time ago that if you want to look good, you need to have women help you stop to help style you. So like back in the day, my brother was a dope dealer, and he used to like splurge money on me, his little brother, right? So he would take us. There was this store in the Kansas City area. It's called Harold Penner's. They have some in other parts of the
Yeah,
Midwest.
we used to have them out here.
Okay, I think I talked about this story before then. So my brother was like, "Yo, we going to Penner's, man." And Penner's owned by a white man. Everything about it is black. It's a black targeted show. But like when you find out like the guy's name, his name is really Harold Pennerstein. Like people's
Oh,
feelings, yeah, it was really your feelings got really hurt when you realize because you think like Harold, and they did it on purpose, Harold Penners. So you think it's like, oh man, we're going to a black store. No, they just hire a bunch of black people and play the black radio station and carry cross colors and Carl Kanai. So you Negroes come spend your money. But anyway, um, my brother was like, yo, what you do is you get one of these chicks that work here and tell her you need an outfit for outfit. You need an outfit for the weekend, and they gonna get you on point. And I'll be goddamn, man. Hey, they had me straight. Now I'm gonna tell you another person who had me straight. God rest her soul. My mom.
mhm.
I was a grown man. I'd be like, Mama, come shopping with me. My mom pick out my clothes. I'll be looking good. So I don't know. My next lady, hey, can you go to the store? Because I I think it's all in your delivery too. Because we talked about how like in the bedroom critiquing your man. If you
Yeah,
critique your man's style, that could be somewhat touchy.
yeah, I agree. I agree. Now I will buy pieces or help pick out but it's not my ministry for that to be my job. I do remember my very first, my college boyfriend. I remember buying him a shirt one Christmas, and he actually did not like the shirt, but he wore it and he got a whole bunch of compliments on it. And then it became one of his favorite shirts. I don't mind, yeah, I don't mind buying stuff, but I'm not gonna be the one dressing somebody.
Cause see, this is my thing. What if you buy a piece of clothing that's like totally not my style? And then me being the overthinker that I am, I'm gonna be like, who the fuck you looking at dress like this that you want me to dress like them?
Here you go. The shirt that I bought
That's
him
not
with this,
unreasonable. That's not unreasonable for me to think that way, though.
yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I'll tell you why. My college boyfriend, he was a physical education health major because he was going to be a PE teacher. He was all into sports and he dressed that way. Matter of fact, majority of our dates had to do with some kind of game, sporting event, something that had to do with sports. He was always in sweatsuits. So the shirt I bought him was just a regular shirt, not his style. But again, he wore it, and I wasn't buying it because I saw somebody else. I bought it. I bought it because I saw it and I liked it. I liked the shirt and thought he would look good in the shirt.
So, Tay,
Mm-hmm.
damn, I hate having to edit, but what if I, as a dude, came in and said, "Hey, here, baby, try this," and you're not gonna think, "Well, who fuck you see this on?"
No, no. And I'm an overthinker. I wouldn't think that. Because
Oh,
I have had other than that the other boyfriend that I was talking about who bought the Ashley jeans for Walmart. I have had other boyfriends who have bought me clothes, and that's not what I was thinking. I was just thinking this is what he would like to see me in. Okay.
I don't think I've ever. I bought shoes for my lady, and I've heard you're not supposed to do that. You know the old wise tale. You never buy a woman shoes because she'll walk out your life, and God damn it, she showed.
Mhm.
But you never buy a woman a watch, and you never buy her shoes. Because you buy a watch, she tell you it's time to go. Buy her shoes, she'll walk out your life. That's what they say. But I don't think I've ever purchased clothes for my woman. I have paid attention to what she's worn, and I've given kind of like my approval or disapproval. Like, now I don't like how that looks, or I really like how that looks, like that. But I don't know. That's what I would think. Cause like, if you think your mate thinks somebody else is attractive, for some people, that could be an issue. Like that could be an issue if you just like, well, damn, you don't like how I dress, right? You constantly telling me like, hey, um, why don't you dress like this? Why don't you dress like that? But then, you see somebody else who you do like to dress that might that might bring out some insecurities with your partner, because it's like, well, damn, every time I'm out, she's not really liking how I look, but she see dudes like this and she's more attracted to them. She's more intrigued by how they look. That could cause a problem.
It could. And I think if somebody is thinking that way, I think it may be up to them to make their partner feel secure or maybe to present things in a way where their partner doesn't know that that's their real true feelings. But then you come to lying to yourself and to your partner. That ain't good either. So I don't know. I can see how that could be an issue. But
Do you care if your partner is attracted to somebody else?
I don't. I'm a realist. And in reality, I realize that I'm not the only good looking person in this world. So I don't that's never been an issue for me. And I do remember growing up hearing a lot of older married women um talk with disgust or just say silly things like they're the only person their man can find attractive, or that their man is the only man that they find attractive. I never believed that either.
Okay, try to play devil's advocate.
Okay.
I guess by the definition of attraction means that you like kind of want them to a certain degree. Can we agree on that?
No, not to me.
Because I could say that a woman is pretty, but she's not attractive to me.
Okay.
See how that makes sense?
Yes, but then is your woman going to be the only woman in the whole world that is attractive to you?
No, hell no.
That's my point. That's my whole point. Like even
No.
as a child, that never seemed realistic to me. So I've never had an issue with that. Now there are times where people can get disrespectful with the way they express those attractions to other people.
Lord. So when I first got married,
Mhm.
um, I married? It was the beginning stage of our relationship, right? We were living together. So either I was married or we are about to be married. And this was in Houston, Texas, the early 2000s. And if you know anything about Houston, Texas has a bunch of fine Black women. And there was this one particular grocery store um, that all of the Black women went to grocery shop. And so we would be in there and like I would have to be like, yo, do not look, do not look, do not look. And because one thing about women, if a fine woman is in the vicinity, y'all see them before we do. Y'all see them before we do. And
Mhm.
so I was in my late 20s. So, we're a little bit more, still not as mature as we are as older people. So I saw this lady. I saw this chick. I saw this chick. So if we were on aisle 12, she was on aisle 25, and I saw her, and I could tell from the front, like, ah, damn, she's fine. And I told myself, don't look, don't look. And by the time I got to aisle 15, I forgot what the fuck I told myself. And my ex-wife at the time, she saw it and she hit me in my chest because like I don't know about other dudes, but I don't know how to look like at the time because I'm looking and she caught me looking, wow, hit me in the chest or whatever. And it was funny, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, I don't believe in that. There's no other attractive women on the world. No, that's definitely not the case. Definitely.
Yeah.
And I never really felt like I think there's a way that you deliver it too.
Hmm.
Cause like obviously there's gonna be a celebrity that your partner thinks is attractive. Um, there's gonna be people out in the world, but if they're going to cheat, they're going to cheat.
True.
Now, you can't be doing it in a way that's going to make me feel less than. Like if you're going on and on and on about how fine this person is, all right, now chill out, chill out. But no, I don't think that's a reality.
Yeah, it's never been a reality to me. So when I've been in relationships, I've never experienced that. I don't know if it's jealousy, insecurity, or what. I've never had that when or if the guy that I was with found somebody else attractive. Matter of fact, I know with one of my relationships, he couldn't he had trouble looking without looking also. And that just became a joke with us. I mean, because 9 times out of 10, I was looking too. So I mean, it wasn't a big thing. But maybe that's why I've never had an issue with it. I don't know.
Sky says most of my ex-wife's closet was stuff I bought, but it was what I wanted to see her in that I thought would look good on her. Hey, bro, that's cool.
Hmm.
Um, I guess okay, I'm lying. I bought lingerie, stuff like that. I bought things of that nature. I think it might be a good thing to buy stuff for your clothes. I was kind of touchy about that because I wasn't slick enough to be able to like, what's your size? Some women don't get kind of, they don't want you knowing what size clothes it gets kind of just touchy
You look
sometimes.
at labels, you look at tags.
Yeah, but I wasn't that smart back then. I wasn't that smart back then. You know what I used to do? The trick that I used to do. I used to be like, "Hey, can you believe what she got on?" Or I'd be like, "What you think? What you think about those jeans? Or what you think about those shoes or whatever?" So it made it look like it's an interactive question, and I'm just, and then finally she's like, "No, you ain't slick. You
Exactly.
you just trying to look." It worked for a couple times, like, can you believe she wore that shit out?
Yeah, that doesn't work.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Now, what about if one of your partner's friends is very attractive?
Um, then that comes down to just your ethics and your morals and how much of a jerk you are if you take advantage of that. I mean, because again, they're going to be attractive people all over. So if your partner having a friend who's attractive is a problem for you, then that's not like a you problem.
Well, so my ex-wife, she had a lot of sorority sisters, and they were nice looking women.
Hmm.
And she would have me, I'd be around them. Like they come over to the house and hang out or what have you. And there's like some guys who like to be up in women's face, like with their partner. Like she would always talk about like one of their sorors. Damn, man. Good thing they don't watch this shit, but if they do, I don't give a fuck. One of the dudes was just kind of messy, right? Like he would like text the other women and he would like get caught up in a drama and stuff like that. And not me. Like if they came by to the house and they were hanging out, like, I may cook for them or like set up stuff around the house. But when it came time for them to like sit and have girl time, I'm going to go watch the game. I don't need to be around the women.
Yeah.
Uh, and then it was later on in our relationship. Um, we were spending the night at one of her soror's house, and her soror had her cousin there, and I was just sitting in the living room, just having a discussion with her. We were just talking and shooting the shit, and she said, "You know what? I really appreciate that I don't really have to worry about how you act around other women around me,
Hmm.
because some guys can't help but be flirtatious about around women,
Yeah. Yeah.
even if they're not being inappropriate, they're still, doing a little bit too much."
And there are women who do the opposite too. Yeah. Who can't be around a man without being extra friendly.
I only had that happen one time,
Hmm.
and I totally missed clues, but I think this person wanted the whole family. If I I'll put it that way. Yeah,
Okay.
she wanted to be a part of the family, so
Yeah.
she's being friendly with everybody. Why you shaking your head?
Because that's cruddy. To use a word I haven't used in years. That's cruddy.
Hey man, nothing happened, but
Yeah.
yeah, it was definitely like that. Now, okay, so ex-wife had the line sister, lived in another city, and a city that we used to live in, we moved away from, and I frequent. So when we come into town, we stayed at her house. Well, sometimes I would be in town by myself, and I would stay the night over there as well. I mean, by myself. So like, I had my own room, and I would call like, "Hey, I'm in town. Can I stay? Yeah, you can come through. Go, you can stay." The only time I couldn't stay is like if she had family over and the rooms were occupied. And some people gave us the side eye about that because they was like, "You let Marvin stay over there with so and so's house and you're not there?" She's like, "Yeah, I mean, I trust both of them. Would you be willing to let your partner do that?"
Yeah. Yeah. Because to my knowledge, I haven't had any friends who have crossed that line with any guy that I've dated. And I've never had any guys that I've dated cross that line with a friend of mine. Let me put it that way, because I haven't been cheated on, but I haven't been in a relationship with any guys who've crossed that line with any friends of mine. So, and I mean, as you know, with anything, it depends on the guy, the woman, it depends on the man. But yeah, if everything's good, I'm good with that.
Does it matter how attractive your friend is?
No, because if she's truly my friend, it shouldn't matter.
Because you know, when I would go over there, like she would cook dinner, we sit watch TV or whatever. And it was really more like a brother sister type deal. Like
Hmm.
even though I'm not with, you know, my ex-wife anymore, um, I still consider that girl my family. Um, and but she said she had heard on the radio. She said if your girl lets your man spend the night, if your homegirl lets your man spend the night at your house, then you the ugly friend. And she said, I saw that. Is that what you think? I was like, no, and she really isn't. She's a cute girl. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
She's not my type, but she's a very cute girl. And she was like, well, that kind of shocked me. They said, well, I must be the ugly friend. That's why I asked, does it matter how attractive the person is? Because some people think that.
That's true. And I completely understand why there are men and women who feel that on both sides. But I still think it comes down to the character of the two people. Like if this man is my man, he's really my man. I should be able to trust him around my friends. If this woman is truly my friend, I should be able to trust her. That's how
And
I see it. And if I can't, then maybe neither one of them need to be in my life.
and shout out to the originator, um, Val. She said something that was like super profound. She said, what if I told you that somebody who's fat and ugly could still take your man? And
It
vice
happens. It
versa.
happens.
Yeah, you may be sitting to your homegirl, do you think like, man, ain't no way he would hit that, and he'll be clapping the hell out them cheeks if they don't
Yeah.
got the that Tay's talking about.
That
That's
is true.
real.
Yeah.
That's real. But speaking of friends, have you ever hooked your friend up with another friend? So say you got a friend through like a one avenue, and you got another friend through another avenue, and they meet through you, and they both kind of like, yo, like, what's up with you? Yo, what's up with you? And then they hook up. Do you believe in making those type of connections, or do you stay away from that?
I try to stay away from that. I've never like I know people who have had friends when they think, oh, I think this person and this person could match and they could be good. I've never thought that far into different friendships, so I've never had that. And then in terms of just my friends beating up and yeah, that's never been something I've wanted to be in the middle of.
So you're not a matchmaker.
Nope.
So I have a friend, her and her sister. I hooked up with a couple of their friends. And neither situation ended like badly, but like they ended, and it wasn't a situation where we just felt like, okay, we're just not compatible, so we're not gonna do anything anymore. Or like, you know how sometimes you kind of just quiet quit each other, like you just stop texting, stop calling, and it's over. Both
Mhm.
of kind of had messy endings, but not really. But it was still some shit where I'm talking to like my friend, the friend that's the linchpin between us, and I'm like, yo, girl, you know. And so then my homegirl was like, this is why I don't hook people up. I don't hook my friends up because now, you know, I want to invite her to my house for an event. I want to invite you, but then I got to worry about, are you two going to get along, or is it going to be some drama? And I don't do drama. And that's why I don't do this type of shit. And then fast forward, like, you know, I think like her brother got with one of her friends, and then it was like real messy. So then the brother is like, well, I don't fuck with her no more. You don't need to fuck with her either. And it's like, well, hold on, that was my friend. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's still my friend. Like, yeah, y'all didn't work out. She didn't dirtbag you. Y'all just, it is what it is. So I don't know. I don't connect, I don't hook up none of my boys. Because first of all my boys, they got somebody, you know what I mean? And
Mhm.
the ones that don't, I'm not connecting them with nobody because I don't want to be responsible for whatever fucking fallout that happens. I don't
Yeah.
have low down scoundrels in my crew, at least not like we low down. But you know, there's like a nice lowdown versus like just a straight grimy lowdown.
Yeah, I get it.
I just don't. How you handle when your homegirl says, "Hey, what's up with Marv B?" and you know she is not Marv B's type. How you handle that?
Um, I just say I don't think he's available right now. That's yeah, that's what I would say. I remember when I was I think I was in my 20s, may have been early 20s. My cousin who we grew up like brother and sister. But I remember when we got 20s, I hadn't seen his best friend since we were kids. Or since we were early, I was an early teen anyway. So when we were 20s, I was like, oh, look at him. And he was looking at me too. And my cousin pulled me to the side. He was like, look, he said, that's my best friend. I know him. I don't want to have to hurt him over you, and I would hurt him over you. So I was like, okay, I'm going to stay away. I took that as this ain't the dude you want to be messing with.
I think that's kind of like an unwritten code.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like my boys, all my boys, like my crew, who I consider like my brothers. Let's see, one, two, three, four. Four have sisters, and most of them aren't eligible, wouldn't be eligible for me to approach anyway, because either they were that much more older than me, they were either that much older than me, or they were like their little sister, you know. But as you get older, you'll see like a cousin or something like that. And I think it's kind of just like unwritten code. Like, don't mess with your boy's family because you don't want to get into that type of situation. And if you're going to do it, you need to come like 100% correct.
Mm-hmm.
You need to come like 100% correct. And you really need to do like a risk analysis. Like, is this relationship worth us potentially messing up my brotherhood? Because like we met this guy, I was out and about in Atlanta, and we were sitting there shooting the shit with this dude with his chick, and he was like, "Yeah, I've known her since she was, you know, however young. They're fully grown now, right? But he knew her when she was a young girl and he was an adult. But now they're both adults, like adults, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And he got with her, and he said, but now her brother don't talk to me no more. And I was just like, well, like, how did you approach it? He was like, well, he saw us together, and that's how he found out. And I was like, well, that's why. Like, I mean, if you're gonna do it correct, you should have went to him and been like, hey man, feeling your sister. She's feeling me. We want a date. I guess some people don't feel like they need to get approval from their friend or whatever, but I
Yeah.
just think that's just, I've done some grimy shit, but that's one line I won't cross.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So
agree.
you will get hurt. You will get hurt. You know, then you got to fight your boy. Lost a good friend. It ain't worth it.
True. True.
It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. So, nah, they off limits. I'm not connecting no friends. But the reason why I brought that up is because I'm thinking about settling down.
Oh, really?
Thinking about settling down.
Okay.
By the end of 2028, don't like to date the show. I think I'm gonna give myself to the end of 2028, and then I'm gonna settle down. So, but somebody made a recommendation to me that I should start telling people the type of woman I'm looking for,
Mm-hmm.
so that they can connect me. Good or bad idea?
I think that's a good idea. I mean, because there are some people out in this world who are good matchmakers. I'm just not one of them. So, I mean, it's possible that you could tell somebody, tell a few people what you're looking for or what interests you. And somebody might be able to help you find somebody.
Not you though.
No. I'm like your friend. I do not want to be in the middle of nothing. Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, tell you got a nasty or normal or something like that. We move on to that topic.
I do. And it's something we've talked about before, but I have a follow-up question for it.
Okay.
So nasty or normal, your partner having to watch porn to get off? Is that nasty or normal?
Having to watch porn to get off?
Yeah. Or to
Like,
get aroused, get in the mood.
I wouldn't say that's nasty or normal. Probably put that more like a fair or foul.
Okay.
Um, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be discussed if that has to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You need to have a discussion about your health. You need to have a discussion about your kink and how that impacts your partner. Because if that's just your kink, I could see how that would negatively impact your partner. Because we talked about just hey, liking how somebody else dresses or liking how somebody else looks. If you got to jack off to how somebody else fucks, that's definitely going to mess with somebody's self-esteem.
Right.
So if it's your kink and you're being open and honest about it, I would say normal, fair. But if it's just something that you got to do in order to get off, like that's like this is the only way it's gonna happen. Um, you definitely need to have a discussion because I think that could lead to some hurt feelings, and I'm not about that.
Okay. You kind of answered my follow-up question. My follow-up question was going to be, is that a kink or could that person possibly have a problem?
It could be a kink. It could be. It could be. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if I would want to be with somebody that had that type of kink if it was a woman, because I think eventually I would be like, okay, because like I got called out about by a friend of mine. Uh, we had hooked up after years, and I'm extremely busy. I got a lot of irons in the fire and stuff. And one thing that she called me out on, even though we're just friends, she was just like, "Yeah, you're not here right now." I'm like, "Of course I'm not here right now." You know what I'm saying? I'm in Texas and you way out west. And she was just like, "No, like I can tell, like even though you're talking to me, you're thinking about something else. You're not really present with me right now in this conversation."
Mm-hmm.
And I feel, when she said that, I was just like, damn, like, yeah, that's kind of fucked up. I need to do better, right? About being present with the person I'm with. And I think if you have to be, there's no way you can really be present with the person you're with and be fixated on the porn getting off. I don't know. Am I rambling or am I making sense?
No, you're making sense. You're making a lot of sense.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know. Could you do it?
No, I couldn't. That would be foul to me. Yeah, not normal. I don't know about nasty, but not normal to me.
Yeah, that would just make me feel less than. Like, cause I feel like sex is supposed to be like enjoyable and intimate. Yeah, like I said, you can find somebody that, maybe there's a person that likes to watch their partner masturbate.
Mm-hmm.
And so like, they you that's how you masturbate. You watch a porn and you get off. That's just not my thing. Not
Yeah.
my yeah. Now, you want master not 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 talking to myself. Anyway,
Okay.
now I've watched my partners masturbate, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And vice versa. But we were present and involved with one another. I think there's a difference there.
Yeah, there's a big difference.
Okay. All right. You got somebody ask you about that?
No.
You got somebody do that?
Huh?
You got somebody do that with you?
What, masturbating in front of me?
No, I know you had that done before.
Oh,
You
yeah, yeah.
you like to call me the biggest pervert, but I know it's not the truth.
Oh, you
But
mean you have to watch porn to get off?
mhm,
No, I've never been in that situation.
one of my homeboys opened up to us and he said that, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I gotta watch." And I was like, "Damn, bro, like let's start addressing our health or whatever." And I don't think he really thought that it was an issue because
Mm.
like he doesn't cheat on his wife. You know what I mean? He doesn't step out. He's a good man. He's a good guy. It just got to a point where like he needed a enhancer, or he looked at it as like this helps me get to where I can get to do what I need to do with my wife. So it
Okay.
wasn't like a replacement it was more of an enhancement or an aid.
Okay. No, I've for the most part, there have been times, but for the most part, I've always been pretty confident in myself when it came to sexual situations. But I could see how that continually that would probably eat away at my self-esteem.
Yeah, yeah, definitely something to communicate about. But
Mhm.
anyway, tell them where they can find us.
You can find us at Conversate After Dark everywhere. And if you would like to be a guest on the show, or you have a topic you want us to cover, maybe you need advice, story you want us to read, you can reach us at cvadthepodcast@gmail.com. Make sure you like this video, share it, subscribe, and leave us a comment.
That's right. Go to our website, www.conversateafterdark.com. We'll house you next time. Peace.
Bye.
Let me do this, Tay. Let me get us off air.